Howdy out. Today is August 16th. I'm here well before an hour to set up for the farmers market. This starts at 8:30. So I'm sure people will come early. They have been the past few weeks, but hopefully I can get the majority of things set up before the line starts forming. So a huge thank you to my neighbor for scraping off that layer of grass and getting ready to put some gravel down. I did write the gravel guy, so hopefully we hear back here soon and get a nice base layer down, and then we'll put something pretty on top. But until then, I'm working in the garden. All my original cucumbers are pretty much done, so I want to get those picked up. Just a lot of the dead plants out here, get those picked up. Now this watermelon's going to be interesting. I picked one just earlier today. It felt a little smushy, so I just gave it to the pigs, but when they cracked it open, it looked really good, smelled good. So this one, the little tendril was nice and crispy. It's got that little yellow field edge on it, but it was just starting to fade out. I don't know if that's the sun or not, but sounds good, feels good, so we'll crack it open and then I'll know if these are any good. Howdy out. Today is August 17th. We got really nice rain last night and into this morning, so that was great because it was getting extremely dry out here. So today the Cornish cross are 9 weeks old and some change. They turned 9 weeks old on Thursday, so it's time to start processing them. So I'm getting things set up and we'll get on it. I have just a little bit of gravel leading up into the barn here. This is where I dumped a huge pile to put the gravel in the barn, so definitely not enough to do this, so we'll see. I haven't heard anything back from the gravel guy yet, but it is just the weekend. This is my first time taking Cornish cross to 9 weeks. Oh my goodness, these things are monsters. These are the largest birds I have here. When I was picking them up, you can feel drumsticks on them and some really big breasts. They're really wide. I'm hoping they'll fit in these cones. We'll see. The cones I have are meant for small turkeys or Cornish cross. So hopefully they'll fit just fine, but wow, these guys look great. I'd like to get through all the birds today, but the reality of it is it's 12:45 already. This morning I had to wash more eggs to run in the grocery store, so we'll see. I'm gonna try to get them all done today, but if not, we'll push it later. It's currently about 5:40. I have 9 more birds to go. I'm just gonna get them done all today. So I'm gonna get on them, and then it's probably gonna be a couple hours for bagging and tagging after that. I don't mind it being a long day. I just want to get them done. All right, chickens are done. I think I did about 27 birds. It's almost 7:30. I need to reheat this water up so I can start doing the shrink wrapping, get this table set up, and we'll do bagging and tagging. It is just now 10:30. I put 27 birds in the freezer today, which is such a great feeling just to have them done. So it was a productive day. Got the grocery store taken care of, the birds. That was a lot. So I'm very happy to have that done. I still have more work before the day's over yet. It's about 10:30. So, you know, for starting in the afternoon, I am very happy with the speed of how things went. So tomorrow's gonna be a long day, not necessarily on the farm, but we'll definitely get some stuff done on the farm. So anyways, I'm at the gas station. I'm gonna fill up real quick and then keep on moving. Howdy out. Today is August 18th. The pigs are now 4 months old. I did get them scheduled. They're going in sometime between the 10th and 20th of November, so right before Thanksgiving. So we still got a little time on that. But as far as today, I'm still kind of just picking up some things from yesterday. The sun's bright. I got the chickens moved. I'm going to move the chicks out of the barn now, so that'll be nice. Everything's set up for them. And then I'd also like to move this coop out too tonight, and we'll have all the chickens out there, which will be nice not to have to mess with anymore. So I already have the wagon and the little cage set up from yesterday, so it'll be an easy grab on the chicks. Well, I will almost have all the chickens out here. I had one super tiny meat bird, so I grabbed a friend, one of the, I don't know, smallest looking ones out of these guys, and put them back in the barn until they're a little bigger, but these guys can go ahead and go in. So there they are. I only got 18 out here. It's a very tiny batch because they all got picked off by those dang mice. So they are going to be much happier out here. I did want to give them a couple hours before the sunset just to get used to their surroundings. It is now dark enough that we are going to start moving the chickens out. I think there's 15 in there, so it's going to be a couple loads. There should be plenty of room out in the hoop coops now. I've had some get picked off, some died, so 15 will easily fit. I am not sure what coop I'm going to put them in. It's going to be about 4 per coop. Oh my goodness, I need to adjust this. Let's see. Easily fit some there. Okay, so there's some room in that coop. Got some empty space there. Hi, chickens. Those are full. Okay, looking good there. Hi, chickens. I'm gonna check you guys out. That looks pretty full there. Okay, and that coop is definitely the most full. That one's empty. I've been using this as a sick, injured coop. It's worked out well. Let's check this coop. Hi, chickens. Yeah, there's some space in here. That first one's pretty good, the first 2, so I'll put most of them in there. The doors are just now going down, and it is about 9:25, so I definitely need to adjust that. Chickens are all moved out. I put 8 birds in one coop, 6 in the other, and I did adjust all the times on the door. So now it's opening up at 6:45 and closing at 9. Man, y'all, those hornworms were not messing around tonight. Easily over 100. They were just all over the tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, big fat ones, super tiny ones, a little bit of everything. Also, it's super handy to wear the bee suit when doing this because the bugs are attracted to this black light here. So they're not flying in your face, but got a lot of hornworms. Howdy out. Today is August 19th. For the most part, the chickens that I put out were bad and they got outside of the net. However, there were 4 inside, 10 outside while I was doing chores. 2 came back in when I put the net down, so that's good. But we still have 8 running around. They're kind of by the pig pen at the moment. I'm scared to look at the garden because they've probably torn up some tomatoes, but it is what it is. So hopefully they'll go back. I'll drop the net here in a little bit, but I also don't want the other ones to run out, the new ones. So anyways, chores are done at this point. It's a little faster now that all of them are out there. And I did just get a message from the gravel guy. Originally it was supposed to happen today, but he wrote and said he got slammed with orders and he wasn't able to do it till maybe Thursday. So it looks like gravel will be here Thursday. I mean, there's no huge rush, but it'd just be nice to get done. I'm missing a few tomatoes, but not as bad as I thought it'd be. My tomatoes are not looking so hot. I mean, we got so much rain the start of the season that the blight was just bad, and they were all cracking pretty hard, the actual tomatoes. So, and then the hornworms have been ferocious. So at this point, I'm just kind of letting the vines do their thing. The loofah's creeping over there. The cuckoozy is too. I have a few decent looking plants, but a lot of them are starting to die out. I'm surprised. My cherries I thought were dead, but it looks like they're coming back, so that's nice. But the vines are doing really well. And I'm not sure what these things are, but I'm assuming bad. Y'all see all of them in there? Don't know what they are, but I'm about to smash them. And they are dead. I see a couple of the cuckoozy kind of getting yellow and dying out. Bugs or water stress, I'm not sure, but the majority of them are still looking really nice. Here's our first tiny glimpse at some color on this popcorn. You see there's some purplish reds in there, so that's exciting. Yeah, I'd say that first half of the garden has definitely died out, well past its prime, pretty much done. I have been ripping up some plants, but there's a lot more to rip up. They're not looking so hot. But the second half is looking really nice. I've got all the chickens inside the net now. It's just a waiting game at this point to make sure that they can get in through all the little solar doors, know where to go up at night. The doors I have closing at 8 now, or not 8, 9. So I'm just gonna hang out for a little while. It's currently 8:15. The sun's gonna set here in about 20 minutes, so most of the chickens have already gone up. Some are getting up on the perch, some are just grabbing dinner. And then the new ones are still hanging out. They're getting a little closer, so fingers crossed it'll be easy. We are slowly getting closer. Most of the chickens are up. It's the roosters that are hanging out, getting the last of the hens, and then this group. But because the roosters hang out and make sure the hens get up first, these guys are a little more timid to go up. So we've got another 22 minutes before the doors go down, so give them plenty of time. Howdy y'all, today is August 20th. We are back at it, making sure these chickens go up. Last night I had to grab a good number of them and have them walk themselves into the coop. I never just throw them in the coop, that way they hopefully learn. Today when I got to the farm though, there were 3 chickens out, so that was much better than yesterday where there was 10. So far most of them are kind of hanging up around the coop, which is a good sign, and not huddled back here like they were. So it usually takes 2 days for them to figure it out, so hopefully today's good, but we'll keep an eye on them. Well, the doors have closed and we have 4 or 5 out. One just went in. I had to open the door back up. Whoa, she figured it out. Okay, that's good. Now we've got 2 roosters that have yet to figure it out. So that's pretty good. I think we're doing good. Hey, chickies. I don't see any between. We'll have to check the back and make sure we don't have anything weird, but I want to keep them by that coop and not scare them so they figure it out. Well, she just came out. You were right, chicken. Yeah, you need to go over there too. All right, it is 8:59 and all the chickens are up, so that is good. I only had to grab 1 rooster. All the others were kind of popping in and out, so at least they're getting in the coop and they're not scared to go through the door. It's just they have to stay in there before those doors get closed on them. So they're on their own tomorrow night. I've checked on them for 2 days now, so I think tomorrow they'll hopefully be fine. If not, you know, to spend the night outside. Howdy y'all, today is August 21st. So first things first, I got in the beehives. You can see a honey super back there. Not a drop of honey in it. It's okay. So I went ahead and pulled it. There's no point in having it on any longer. So anyways, I got a call from the gravel guy. Said he dropped off 2 loads. So when we pull up, we should see some gravel. This looks nice, y'all. He was able to spread it out pretty good in a lot of spots, which is gonna save a lot of time because I don't have heavy equipment to do it, but this is great. So this is slag. It's just the base coat. It's a little cheaper. I mean, it works just fine. This actually looks a little finer than when I did the first portion of my driveway. This is a little cleaner looking. Slag generally has some leftover bits in it from like a steel mill or something, so I kind of wanted to just clean up stuff like this. I don't plan on driving on it until I comb through it a little bit just to make sure all's good. And then here in a little bit I'll put a nice top coat on it and we'll be good. All right, y'all, I got in my one hive to the furthest north, my first hive that I got from that swarm. They were not happy I was there. I cracked the hive open and they just completely swarmed me. So luckily I had, you know, my suit on, I had my insulated pants, my winter pants I put on. I was really worried about my ankles, so I kept checking that. I still got stung, right? Let's see if I can angle it. There, it's already swelling up. So that's fun, which is crazy. I had on a t-shirt and the bee suit, and it's always baggy there anyway, so I don't know how that one happened. But anyways, at a farmer's market, I had someone give me some bentonite clay. We're gonna give it a shot, make a little paste, slap it on there, and hope it helps. These little guys aren't happy about being in the barn alone, so I'm gonna put them out with everyone else. It's just that little guy I'm worried about because he's so much smaller than the others, but I mean, he's caught up a little bit in those couple days. I was just worried about him getting underneath the coop or something weird because he's a very tiny little bird. So anyways, let me go ahead and start on some chicken chores. You guys are hungry, aren't you? I put another coat on, so let's hope it helps. It actually does feel really good on there. I washed the first one off, it was all dry. I think I was supposed to do that and then put a second application on there. It's been a minute since the process was explained to me, but it feels really good, so let's hope that it helps. I think also since it's above my heart, it probably will be a little better because I'm usually getting stung on my legs and I'm walking and standing all day. Maybe because it's on my arm, it'll be a little better. I sure hope so because I also use my arms for a lot. So anyways, chickens are about done. I gave them a bucket full of hornworms from last night. They love them, thank goodness, because we got plenty of those, good protein. But the new chickens were all inside the net today, minus one, and she came back in real easily when I put the net down, so that's good. Pigs are happy. They got their food with a couple fun things. They always get some cracked eggs in there. Got some corn. They're happy. They're getting chunky. And I can't remember if I told you guys or not, but I did schedule them. They're gonna go in November 10th through the 20th, somewhere in there. When it gets a little closer, they'll email me an exact date, but it'll be just in time for the holidays. We did get quite a bit of the driveway all smoothed out. It definitely needs some more work, but way better than what it was. There are a couple high spots, low spots. We're gonna take a board, weight it down, kind of grade it all across just to get things a little more even, but it's coming along nice. Well, y'all, it is 8:30 and I was not planning on being at the farm all day, but alas, here I am. So it looks like the chickens do get one more night where I can watch and make sure they all get up. All right, y'all, it is about 10 o'clock. My arm from that bee sting doesn't feel great, but honestly, it doesn't look bad. Sorry, it's terrible lighting. I still have that second patch I put on of that clay, and I mean, it's not really even red, but still, I can tell something happened, but not bad. So far I'm a believer. I do still have a coop door open. I was busy doing things earlier, so I have to go out and make sure all the chickens actually did get in and close that door down for the night. So a little bit more to do. I checked for worms, just a couple, not bad.
Dad,
What the heck? Is Elon Musk doing some weird stuff? What the heck?
Maybe that was the noise we just heard. I said, what's that noise? Yeah. Oh, I seen something up. Pretty weird.
Yeah.
And they didn't go anywhere.
No, it just blinked, and you see it kind of went in a circle, even the light. That was creepy.
Turn the darn lights out.
He didn't see him.
Would a flare have done that? Almost looked like they were going like
flares last a
it would have went ding like a motion, like you'd think of almost an alien ship would do. But it's just our imagination.
Yeah, that's why I was recording.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, how could you not? It was just in case they came up high.
What, 10 minutes? Maybe we pick up real quick and listen.
Howdy, y'all. Today is August 21st. We're gonna get on some honey today. So I've got the hot knife, uncapping knife, plugged in, warming up. I've got a tray here that we're gonna put the actual frames on to cut. And here's the frames down here. Pull one out so you can see it. A little bit of honey in the bottom there. But these are nice and capped here. There's a couple small little spots, but for the most part, they're capped. There's one frame that's not. But yeah, we'll use that hot knife, slice open those caps, and then let the honey flow. I've got everything uncapped, so now I just popped them in here, and we're gonna start spinning all this honey out. All the frames of honey have been spun out, so now we're left with this honey and some wax cappings, stuff like that. So what we need to do next is filter it out. So in order to do that, all I'm going to do is open this little hatch up just a bit, get it flowing through a strainer, and we'll bottle it next. The last few drops of honey are draining down in here. I went ahead and put all the cappings. We'll let it sit for a while, so that way the honey can just kind of filter out. And we've got a nice dark honey down there. I haven't tried an actual spoonful yet. I've tried just one little bit and had wax all in it. So it had a really nice flavor though, I can tell you that. The best part about cleanup is I just leave everything out for the bees and they will lick it up perfectly. The honey super's in another portion of the property, but I spread it out and keep it far away from the hives. so it doesn't lure anything toward the hives, but the bees from the hives can go out, find it, and bring it back. The numbers are in. We have 25.6 pounds of honey this go around. Very nice.